interesting, but most unbelievable.
Hello, that's probably the worst Artie Johnson impersonation you've ever heard, but it's Daryl and it's community cooking, and you have the pleasure of just me tonight. That's right, tonight's dish, we're gonna have a lot of fun. It's kind of a chicken dish with, I don't know if the proper word is compote, but we're gonna take some fruit, we're gonna boil it down with some sugar and stuff, and then we're gonna cook our chicken, we're gonna put some stuff on top of it. It's gonna be wonderful. So they told me I had to make some artwork of chicken. So, here's Art, he's working, and there's the chicken. That's the best I can do, okay? I'm not the best artiste in the world, but I do cook not too terribly bad. So that's community cooking here tonight. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Safeway, for getting us all the produce and products we need for each and every show, and you, the viewers, for tuning in. So when we come back in 2 minutes, community cooking will make some lovely chicken that you're going to enjoy eating. If you're here, that is. Hello. And we're back at community cooking. So tonight's dish is a chicken dish. And what we're gonna do is, the first thing we're gonna do is we have some beautiful chicken breasts. Got from Safeway this morning. Lovely stuff. Rinsed it off for the guy who always gives me heck that I don't rinse off my chicken. We rinsed off the chicken today, okay? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna get some butter going because I wanna brown the chicken in butter and some other spices. And then we're going to add some liquid and let it just steam. And then we're gonna make our compote. So into our fry pan, we'll put about yay much butter. Okay, into the fry pan it goes. We turn that on to a little above medium heat. And then we will add some lovely spices. Here is a Mrs. Dash. This is a lemon and herb blend. That's one of the spices we're gonna be putting there. I like to use Mrs. Dash because it doesn't have salt in it. It's all natural flavors. It's all different spices and herbs and all that kind of neat stuff. And it really adds a lot of taste to what you're doing. So, and also I would like to add some dill. And I know I've got dill in this cupboard somewhere. We have so many spices. I should just do a show on spices sometime, eh? Like just go in the cupboard and spice whatever and just cook it and spice it and eat it and sell it to people and whatever, you know. Okay, so our butter is now melting. Melt, butter, melt. It's getting there, and we're gonna put some dill weed and some of this into our butter mixture, then we're gonna put our chicken breast into that. Then I'm gonna teach you the proper method to gutting a pineapple. That's right, the elusive pineapple. You have to know how to sneak up onto it and snap its neck and then cut it all up and use it for your cooking. Kind of a rather violent cooking show today, isn't it? I don't know. It's just kind of mood I'm in. I don't know what that's about. Okay, so there we are. Our butter is now getting melted. We can start adding some of our flavoring. We shake some Mrs. Dash in there. Like so. And then some dill. I love dill. Dill's one of those things that you like when you use it, but then you kind of forget about it sometimes. So I like to try to remember to use it, you know. It's like dill, the forgotten herb. I don't know, it's a good selling point, something like that. Okay, here we have it. It's starting to sizzle. We're sizzling on the cooking show today. Okay, so there we have it. That's pretty much melted. And so we need to bring our chicken over there. These are fairly large breasts, which are good. Okay. All righty then. So there's 1, 2, 3. Will we get that fourth one in here? Yes. There we have it. Now we're going to turn that up fairly high because we want them to brown. And that's the first part, is we want them to brown. Now we'll take our fork, we'll leave it over here, and we can start cutting up our fruit and stuff that we need. Now, we have some unusual fruit to make our compote today. This here is, I don't even know what kind of orange it's called, but it's blood red inside. The pulp is like blood red, which is really cool. This one here is a Cara orange, and this is a honey mandarin. And of course we have some lemon, lime, and lovely pineapple. I don't know why I get an Australian accent when I talk about the pineapple. I think maybe it's one of that guys, you know, the crazy croc dude, one of his favorite fruits maybe. I have no idea why I said that. I'm stunned. I don't know. Okay, so let us move that. I want to show you inside this fruit here, this orange. It's really cool. The fellows at Safeway, people that work in that department, I said, what kind of orange is that? It looks very unusual. He said, well, it's blood red inside. I said, yeah, right. Well, you know what? It is. It is a very cool. It's not overly sweet, but it does have a very citrusy, a very orange flavor to it. So that's kind of neat. That's what we want for our compote. We want a citrus flavor. We can sweeten it up, of course, with our pineapple's always very sweet, and our other juices and stuff there. So we're just gonna, but look at that. Look at how red that orange is. Isn't that amazing? So that's gonna be part of our compote, is of course this red orange here, and our stuff is sizzling nicely. I want it fairly high. They're going, you're gonna burn it. No, I'm not gonna burn it. I just want to brown it quickly. Look at that. Oh, isn't that nice brown? Oh yeah. Now we'll stir that around because there's lots of butter in there. And butter, when you heat it high, browns nicely. Gotta watch that you don't burn it though. It's kind of key that you don't burn it. So we're gonna give that just a few more seconds to brown that side. What else can we do here? Well, let's peel our mandarin. Peeling the mandarin is much like walking through the Amazon forest. You have to be careful. That makes no sense whatsoever. But then again, when have I made sense? Right, Leanne? See, Leanne agrees with me. Okay, so this is a honey mandarin. So I'm not sure if it's a little sweeter or not. I didn't get a taste when I was at Safeway. They will, of course, give you a taste when you're down there. So, I mean, let's see. Okay, give it to the viewers. Have a little taste. Okay, how was it? Sweet? Oh, very sweet. Lovely. Okay, that's that one. Okay, these are nicely browned. That's what I wanted, is a nice browning on them. And we have that. So now they just have to cook, but we want them to stay moist. So we take a little bit of, these are very unusual tops here. I guess you're just supposed to lift it up, lift and pull, or push and lift, or I don't know. I got it open anyways. That is chicken broth. We're gonna put some chicken broth into the pan. So we steam our chicken breasts. Now we turn down the heat to between low and medium in that area there. You don't want it to be super hot, but you want the steam to keep going, and they just keep cooking that way. Okay, and the next thing we need to do is we're gonna make our compote. And so there's some of our stuff that we're using. And okay, let's do the pineapple thing. Now, the pineapple thing is always on the back. It tells you what to do. See, there's your Del Monte Gold. This stuff here is from Hawaii, product of the USA, probably on the island of Lanai. That's where the big pineapple plantation is. We were there. I was there once. So it's pretty cool. So the first thing you need to do is to grip it by the neck, and you can feel the bones. You rip it right off like that. Okay, well, once again, we're kind of violent here, okay? Okay, we'll get rid of that part because we don't need it. Okay, then what you need to do is you need to cut the ends off. That's what I do first, is I cut the ends off like so. Okay, there's one end, and then the other end. Get rid of those guys. They're out of there. And then you quarter it. And you'll see there's a center core that is a little tougher meat. And that we have to cut out. But first we need to quarter this, like so. And you can go down one further if you want to. Sometimes I do, depending on the size of the pineapple. So there, we have quartered it. And we take our pineapple, we stand it on the end. Now we have to cut out this core. I don't know if you can see that, but right in the core, it's a hard pulp. You can see has a different feel than the rest of the pineapple. It's very hard. You can still eat this. It's quite good, but it's fibrous. Wow, big words, eh? Whew. Okay, so you cut out that core portion like so, just like that. And like I said, you can still eat it. it's still pretty darn good. And then, this is what I do. I make 2 incisions. Incisions, like a doctor, wow. And then on the other side like this. And they line up. And then you lift it out. And then you can see little bits of the hard stuff there, cut it off. And there's a bit left in there, you can dig at it if you want. But you can cut this again in half. And then just cube it up. Very sweet. Hey, what are you doing? She's stealing stuff again. Okay, there we have it. So there we have that. And we're going to do the rest of our pineapple that way as well. Once again, like I said, you take the core section out. Another way to do this too is you can pre-do this portion like this, cut her down. La, 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 la. And then cut into it on 2 V's, like so. Then when they connect, you're all done, and all your pieces are done for you. You just do it again down the center, and there you have it. All your pieces are done and cut for you. You gotta look for sometimes there's little hard edges left like that. And you know what, as an adult, it's not so bad, but kids get that in their mouth and they kind of get turned off of the whole thing, so. Okay, and one more. Leanne likes she's munching away on that stuff, that rind that was left. That's how she keeps her teeth so shiny and clean. Chewing on the rind. Okay. Sounds like a German movie, eh? Chewing on the rind? I don't know. Okay, so we'll slice that up like so. And that's actually a lot of pineapple. That's probably more than we need. But I guess we should do it all. Waste not, want not. I like these cores. They're good too. Nice thing about pineapple, because they're grown in Hawaii. I think their growing season is all year, because it's not too often you can't get pineapple at the store. That's for sure. And it's such a great fruit. I love pineapple. It's tasty, it's sweet, it's fun. But the one thing you can't do with pineapple, here's an interesting fact. You know how you make Jell-O and you put pieces of fruit in the Jell-O and it sets and it looks all nice and cool? Can't do that with pineapple. There's a certain acid in pineapple that won't let gelatin gel. So isn't that cool? There's some information for the day. Okay, so those pieces are there. Like I said, there's a bit more we can get out of that, but we won't. Here's our pot. Now, check our chicken here. It's going really nice. The browning went good, so now we're simply steaming the chicken to cook it through, but to keep it moist, we've got to keep the liquid in there. Okay, next thing we need to do, here's our pot to make our compote. I need just a little bit of water in the bottom, not very much. And we're going to add some zest, lime zest, which is just kind of the rind of it. There's some lime zest and some lemon zest. Once again, I washed these quite good before I did this to them. So that goes into there. And then we're going to add a little bit of the juice from both of those, because this is going to be like a citrus compote. Okay, so we just squeeze a little bit of the juice of the lemon in there, and a little bit of the juice of the lime. Not quite half of one. Like, I'm just giving it a quick squeeze there. Woohoo! Sorry. Quick squeeze. Woohoo. Okay, that's bad. Okay. All right. Now we have this orange here. Now this is called a Cara orange, I believe. It's supposed to be pretty darn sweet. So let's peel it. Now, of course, you always have that white stuff on an orange, and you know, some people like to really pick that off. Well, I don't. Tough nugs. Okay, we're just going to leave that in. It'll come off and it'll be fine. But once again, let's see how sweet this orange is. And it's kind of got a different kind of look to it. It's got almost a pinkish kind of orange look to it, eh? It's a little different. Nice and sweet.
Which one's your favorite?
I gotta say, this is probably my favorite right there. This has a good taste and this is very sweet. So I like this one here because it's kind of a combination of all orange kind of idea. And pineapple as far as fruit, pineapple, strawberry, my favorite fruit, period. That's them. Okay, so we need to cut up our oranges so that they will, the juice will come out of them. Cut them into smaller pieces because we don't, I don't know how it's going to break down in the compote. Could break down in small pieces, could break down in large pieces, could stay the way it is. Me, I don't know. This is the first time I've done it. Yes, you are my experimentation today. Okay, so there's our carrot orange. It goes into there. This is our red. You know what? They didn't give me the name. So we haven't had a contest for a while. The red orange, the blood red orange that I got from Safeway. If you can tell me what kind of orange that is, you can win a cookbook. We got some lovely cookbooks to give away. One of the company's coming ones. That could be your prize. So if you email me at gocanora.com, you can go to our site, click on the cooking one, and then there's email, or you can email darylm@norcomcable.ca, whatever you want to do. But send in your answers. Stop me. Give me the answer in the store if you want. Doesn't matter. Get it to me somehow, and someone's going to win themselves a cookbook. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to cut up this one as well. Isn't that neat, the pulp in there? Like the flesh of that? Is that a good shot, Leanne? Is that good? Yeah? Look at that. Isn't that cool? Oh, that's so neat. Okay, so we're going to throw that in there as well. And we'll cut up this one. We're going to cut up all these pieces. And I mean, if we have lots, we have lots. If we don't, we don't. Well, you know, that's just the way it is. Okay, so cut up this one, get it in there. Then we've already got our pineapple cut up. We'll throw it in there. That one I'm going to eat, so that's okay. All right, so now we cut up the honey. It's a honey mandarin, it's called. Now, he did say there's a few seeds in this, and I can see that. So what we may do is just kind of, the seeds we can see and pop out, we will. There we go. And that one's just got a little one in there, so rip that apart, and another seed there. See where we get to here. Oh, some more seeds there. That's pretty seedy for a mandarin, but I guess it's a different type of mandarin. It's called a honey mandarin. It's very sweet, like I said, so it's kind of cool. I'll slice this thin so as we can find the seeds, and then we just push them out like that. Kind of neat to do that and get them out of the way. And then cut some more of it. Oh, my knife fell. Okay, so we'll just take another knife. Alrighty. Okay, and there we have it. That's the last of the seeds out of there. Okay, we'll get that into our pot. Okay, so far that's all going into our compote. And then we'll throw ourselves some pineapple in there. Like that. Oh, that one's got a kind of a piece of a chunk on it. And let's see, there's some more. So that's what we're gonna render down into a thick kind of sauce for our chicken. So I need a little bit of sugar. Just wondering if this is sugar. Yes, it is sugar. Okay, my sugar now. And the people who stole all my stuff, bring it back to my set. Oh. Okay, so we're just going to sprinkle about 1 tablespoon approximately. Okay, and we'll stir that into it. Daryl's tablespoon, yeah, exactly. Okay, and then we have to boil this. We have to cook this so it softens up and gets thicker. Okay, so there we have it. That's going to go in the stove. We're going to put that just above a medium heat. Our chicken is cooking, oh, so wonderfully. It smells awesome. So there we have it. What we're going to do is we're going to clean up here. When we come back, we're going to boil some noodles to go with this. We're going to boil the noodles in part water, part chicken broth so that the noodles get a flavoring into themselves. And then we're going to try this stuff. So now, as you can see, our compote is pretty much done. Now, the key with this compote or fruit sauce or whatever you want to call it, you have to keep stirring it so it doesn't burn to the bottom. And I have to tell you, I added about 3 more tablespoons of sugar to it to get the taste that I was looking for. It has a very, very strong citrus taste, not being too sweet, but sweet enough that you have to enjoy it. So what we're going to do is that we're going to shut that off now. Let that just keep bubbling for a few minutes. We have our noodles here, which we're going to strain off. Now our noodles were cooked in a chicken broth and water combination, so they have a great, lovely taste to them, and they have a nice color to them. This is a wacky mac, is what it was called. So we'll bring that over here. So there's our wacky mac. Our chicken looks tremendous. Oh, smells even better. That can be shut off. Shut off. Everything's shut off on the stove right now. So quickly we'll go over it. Basically, we took our chicken breast and we put butter and Mrs. Dash lemon and herb flavoring and some dill and browned our chicken really quick first, and then we put a little bit of chicken broth in that and let it steam. The rest of the chicken just cooked in the steam of the chicken broth and its natural flavors and the butter and all the spice that we had in there. And then into our compote or our fruit glaze sauce, we had blood red orange, which I can't think of the name of. We had a carrot orange. We had a honey mandarin. We had pineapple. We had lime and lemon zest. Then we had a little bit of lime and lemon juice. We put that all together with some water and some sugar, brought it to the boil, let it thicken up, cook together. It's almost got a marmalade texture and feel to it. And then our chicken, and then like I said, with our noodles, we had wacky mac. It's got a little wacky mac. It's enriched premium drums semolina veggie spirals. So that gives us a nice look, and we cooked it in mainly in a chicken broth. So we need to make our plate up here. So we'll put our wacky mac right here. Kind of presentation is everything, isn't it? Okay, so put that there, and then we'll go lift ourselves a wonderful piece of chicken. Chicken has some beautiful renderings in it already. Put our chicken there. And then we get our citrus sauce, compote, whatever you want to call it. I had to pick out a couple of the seeds that got left in there. But see that red orange added so much kind of cool look to it, didn't it? Isn't that neat? And there, in about an hour's time, once again, we have a wonderful meal. That's different, that's unusual, that's lots of fun to make, and it makes your guests and whoever you're cooking for, or yourself, feel very special. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Safeway, for getting all the produce and products we need for each and every show. Of course, you, the viewers, for tuning in. And our contest is what is the name of that blood red orange that we used today. I'd like to thank our other sponsors, of course, our partners in programming, Lakewood Credit Union, Prelude Travel, Sally Ann, Chipman Street Husky, and Boston Pizza. That's right, they're all help us put this show on for you. So let's try this now. I'm gonna have a little piece of this. I'll tell you, the chicken is so moist. And this glaze that we put on it, man, oh man, it's gonna be hot, but that's never stopped me before, so. Just gonna blow it here a little. You go to one of like the best restaurants in Toronto, you order this, it probably costs you $60 for the plate. This is incredible. It was lots of fun to make. It's lots of fun to eat. And we thank you for tuning in. That's Community Cooking. And we'll see you next week, cooking in the kitchen. Oh yeah.